Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm very excited to welcome to this expert speak on decoding cryptocurrencies, Ashish Singhal. Ashish is the founder and CEO of CoinSwitch. In 2017, he started CoinSwitch, a global aggregator of cryptocurrency exchanges. In June 2020, CoinSwitch launched CoinSwitch Kuber, an Indian rupee to crypto on-ramp platform, which has now become India's largest cryptocurrency platform within a year and a half, with a recent valuation of almost 2 billion US dollars. Ashish, welcome to this discussion.
Thanks, Adhil, for inviting me.
So, Ashish, a lot to get through in 30 minutes. So, let's dive straight into it. Talk to us about the CoinSwitch journey, right? So, you launched in 2017 as a global aggregator of cryptocurrency exchanges. Then you built a platform on which INR could be used to buy crypto. Just talk us through this crypto journey.
Sure, sure. So before getting into CoinSwitch, let me give you a background on who we are and what who are the co-founders and how we started CoinSwitch. So Govind, me, and Vimal have been friends for over 14 years now. Met on first day of college and always have been building things together. Comes from companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Zynga, leading a lot of their product in tech. One thing that binds all three of us together is hacking, right? And we have won almost every major hackathon in India, be it Google Code for India, Sequoia Hack, LinkedIn Hack. And the idea of CoinSwitch actually started as a hack, which later grew to what it is today. We saw that crypto prices varies from one exchange to another because simply based on demand and supply. So back in 2017, we thought of building a hack which would give us the best price of any crypto at any given point in time and on what exchange, something like a make my trip for cryptocurrencies, helping us get the best price of crypto at any given time. Uh, did built for all of us, three of us, and realized that many more people outside, also need some similar solution like this. Made it public in June of 2017. Within a month, we're doing $1 million GMV a day. Subsequently, got funded by Sequoia, grew very rapidly till 2020. Right, we were present in 160 plus countries, and have tens of millions of dollars in profit at that point. But something drastic happened in 2020 when the RBI ban got reverted in India. Right, and at that point, we decided to launch in India. The problem that we saw in India was that uh, the users who are used to the experience of one-click ordering on Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon, or Flipkart were forced to go to an exchange to buy and sell crypto. Exchanges are complex, complicated graphs, order books. A retail user doesn't get has to learn a lot before he can buy and sell crypto, and that's where we thought of simplifying the experience by giving them a one-click solution to buy and sell crypto. That's where CoinSwitch Kuber originated on June 2020. In the last 15 months, we have grown to over 15 million users now, one of the fastest fintech company to ever reach that mark in such a short amount of time. Simplified crypto in India, make crypto, resonate with millions and millions of Indians out there. Funded by the likes of Anderson Horowitz, Coinbase, Tiger, Ribbit, Paradigm, Sequoia, and today one of the largest crypto platform out there. And how we look toward the future is, growing into a well-tech startup, not just solving your crypto needs, but solving your entire investment needs and making money equal for all is what CoinSwitch stands for and strives to do in the next 3 to 4 years.
Thanks for that, Ashish. So, as a aggregator of cryptocurrency exchanges, from a user perspective, is it different for them compared to the other options that are available in India?
It is. It is. They obviously get the aggregated price, which is one of the best price out there. They get simple executions. They get more coins. They get better service altogether. So think of us like a Grow or a Zerodha of the world, right? Today they are the brokers or they are the agents of the user. That is how we equate ourselves as well, right? Providing a simplified solution, a simplified experience to our users getting in and out of cryptocurrencies.
Got it. And you mentioned that you've raised a lot of capital in a very short period of time. Just talk us through that for the entrepreneurs out there, right? How did you get it done? Was it inbound, outbound? Talk us through that. Did you use a banker? Is there just so much interest? Just talk
Sure,
us a couple of minutes through the process.
sure. So luckily, we never focused on fundraising, and I think all throughout our journey, except our Series A, everything was inbound. Right, investor reached out to us because they saw the traction, they saw users. Many of them were using our product in itself, and thought of investing in us. Our journey has been a little different than most of the startups because we've been a profitable company, right? So raising funds was secondary to us, but finding the right partners was very primary, right? And that is why you see, we are Anderson Horowitz's first ever India investment. Not just because we were trying to raise funds for them, but we were trying to look who is the right partner, who has seen not just crypto but the well tech industry and has actually helped in building those industries in different world, right? And Anderson Horowitz comes at the top of it, and that's the reason spoke to them. They got convinced and invested in CoinSwitch, right? So most of our investment have been about not just about fundraising; it's also about getting the right partners on board and making sure they help us building that vision of the company, and helping us solve the problem for the users.
Right, right. So congratulations on that fundraising. So it's been you and the team just managing this, or have you had to partner with investment banks? How have you gone about doing it?
So far, it just us, the founders, leading most of the charge. Our CFO Samad helps out now as well, and was leading our CDC as well. So it's mostly done internally through founders and the leadership team.
Fantastic. So let's move to our second topic now, which is deciphering cryptocurrencies. I understand that you can hold on to cryptocurrencies for the asset value increase, but are Indians using cryptocurrencies for anything else today?
So a lot of Indian entrepreneurs and even people who are excited about this technology are using uh, crypto as a tool to participate in tokenization of a lot of things, are building a lot of things through these crypto tokens as well. So a lot of use cases are emerging. So crypto is not just used as an asset class; it is maybe used to buy NFTs, usage of NFTs in general. Uh, and building some of the best protocols out there is where Indians are using these cryptocurrencies even to play games and other things. People in their day to day are using cryptocurrencies.
Got it. So that's interesting, right? So what you're telling me is, besides holding it as a asset, they're also using it to pay for stuff. So in the current scenario, are payments via cryptocurrency possible for goods and services in India? What are you currently seeing happening on the ground?
So payments today is a restricted domain, right? And obviously, crypto is
Mm,
not a legal tender in India, right? So
mm.
it's not used per se for payment purposes, but it's used as an utility. Say you want to build an NFT on a Solana blockchain, then you would need to hold Solana to be able to build that, right? So it is more on a building phase rather than a payment use case, which is getting into today, right? And over time, like you see RBI coming up with CBDCs, which would be built on blockchain itself, would actually can serve the purpose of the payment use case of crypto, right? Now, CBDCs could be those replacement cryptocurrencies, which can then be used as building the payment infrastructure for the crypto world itself.
Got it, got it. And you offer 80 plus coins, if I'm correct, right now on your platform. So from a user perspective, right, how does one select which of these assets might make sense for them? So in a traditional world, we say, let's say you're looking at mutual funds. If you're looking for the least risk, there's a liquid fund. If you're looking for the index, there's the index. In your world, right, how does one select between these 80 plus coins?
Sure. The process of investing in crypto is very similar to investing in a stock as well, right? Like while you're picking a stock, you need to look at the fundamentals, the ROC, the alpha, beta. Similarly, while choosing a crypto, you need to check on what that crypto project is doing, what problem they are addressing, who the team behind that projectors, who are the what is the adoption rate, utility of that token, and last, the token economics, right? Currently, there are 17,000 cryptos, if I'm not wrong, out in the market, and maybe not all coins which would reach the top and create the value for the holders. So it's very important for a user to analyze the fundamentals of the cryptocurrencies and to figure out these parameters, and then see whether it's good for their investment or not.
Got it. And in the way that we think of mutual funds, right, wherein there's actually a tracker which says, is this low risk, aggressive, or is this medium risk, right? Is there a similar format in order to judge cryptocurrencies?
Unfortunately, not. There is no single parameter that exists out there. We have recently launched Riskometer, which is a step toward that direction, but it's a long way to go to reach to a point where it could be accepted by all the players, and with the right parameters fueled in into building that Riskometer, right? So, although we have taken those first steps, but it's a long journey to establish something like a mutual fund grading into the crypto world as well.
Got it. And you covered central bank digital currencies. I think India RBI has expressly said that they're working on one. Now, in your mind, right, do these CBDCs offer the same benefits of using the distributed ledger blockchain, but with traceability and sovereign control, which might not exist for classic cryptocurrencies? Talk to us about what your view on central bank digital currencies are.
Sure. So before that, let me just address the use cases of crypto, right? So when crypto
Hmm,
started, obviously payment was the major use case, right?
hmm.
But over time, it evolved into something much bigger. Today, a lot of different problems are getting solved through crypto, and payment is just one another use case, which crypto is solving today. And we believe over time, maybe CBDC will take over that use case itself. Today, although our money may seem digital, but it is not. If I'm doing, say, a UPI transaction to you and it fails, it takes 7 days to reconcile that and get that money back, right? So it's not actually happening in the real form or real time, although it may feel like it. And CBDCs building on blockchain is the probably the right solution in making money real time as well. Today, the reconciliation can happen directly on blockchain. No banks have to talk to each other, and all the information is present on the blockchain itself, helping them evaluate and do transactions better and faster, right? So that is where we see CBDCs actually enabling the crypto world in itself in a lot of cases, solving the payment use case and enabling more crypto usage all across the ecosystem.
Got it. And how would it impact the industry as it stands today, right? So I know China has already moved ahead on this front. So assuming a central bank crypto or digital currency would come out, how would the current industry with the current set of coins that are available in India, what is the impact you're expecting?
I think it would have a positive impact on the overall ecosystem. Like I said, right, every cryptocurrency is solving a different use case altogether, right? So, and if the payment use case is solved by CBDC, then what we can do is we can link even the purchase of crypto, getting in and out of crypto, linked via CBDC itself. So it makes the ecosystem much more acceptable for people to build products on it, people to release more tokens, people to actually participate in this global phenomena, right, of crypto assets. So we feel that CBDCs are the right way to digitize our money and also create an affinity to the crypto and the blockchain ecosystem around it.
Got it. And the crypto industry has grouped together, and I know you lead one of the associations which is engaging with policy. Now, you've set up your KYC norms, right? Which is interesting because it's a self-regulated KYC norm. How do you do this, right? In a world wherein crypto was initially designed, or cryptocurrency was designed to be about anonymity, but now the KYC concept also exists. How have you made that shift, and does the anonymity go away when the KYC norm comes? Just talk us through this.
Sure. So, crypto was built on various different fundamentals, and obviously, anonymity is one of those. But as the time progresses, and be it an investment class, uh, there are different agencies that need to know the right data, right? And for that, the centralization, the KYC is kind of mandatory as well. And that is the reason that exchange having KYC on an exchange is very, very important, right? Today we do 100% KYC of our users, making sure that no investment can happen unless the KYC norms are followed onto the platform, right? And over time, you would see an inclusion of KYC onto the blockchain itself. So it's not taking away anonymity, but also giving a better infrastructure, better usage patterns, and better data to the right government agencies, making sure that there is no illegitimate activity happening through these tools as well, right? So, government, the laws of the land, and the new innovation has to go hand in hand together, right? And this is the right step in that direction.
Correct. Now, you spoke about new use cases, right, that are being built on the blockchain, and you spoke about tokens. Now, we keep hearing about it in the media saying that this new NFTs come out or this celebrity is thinking about it, but you're on the ground seeing this, right? Just talk us through how you're seeing the latest things that are happening in the NFT and tokenization space.
So some of the amazing things are happening, right? You would have heard of Facebook launching its own metaverse, Microsoft investing billions of dollars in its own metaverse as well, which is bridging the gap between digital and physical, right? Creating a virtual world where a lot of different use cases can be solved. And NFTs and blockchains are the proof of ownership in those worlds in itself, right? It's still very early days. NFTs are about digitization, the ownership of any commodity in general, right? Today, your driving license, which is a physical driving license, is meant to show it maybe to the police at the checkpoint, but maybe tomorrow you would be issued an NFT version of it, which could be used for all digital use cases, right? And still have a physical card to it, right? So these use cases are still evolving. It's a very, very early stages. We have already seen in gaming, in retail, uh, a lot of use cases of NFT. And as we grow in this ecosystem, we'll see more and more use cases come out to give users the ownership that they want, right? So that is what we call it Web 3.2, right? Web 2 was about read and write on the internet, but Web 3 gonna be about read, write, and own. Now you can prove ownership of things. You don't have to go to Facebook and uh, you know tell them not to use your photo in wherever they want, but you would have the right to take charge of your data, to say who can use, how they can use that data as well, right? So that is what Web 3 transformation is about, and that is where NFTs and other such technologies plays a huge part on building that infrastructure.
Got it. Got it. Now, when I think about saving for myself over the long term, I'm a big fan of, let's say, an index mutual fund. Now, the index goes up and down, right? Depending on whether the markets are good or not. But where I get my long term confidence from is that over a period of 5 or 10 years, if you're fundamentally betting on the Indian economy, the Nifty or the Sensex index keeps going up. So it's almost like a passive strategy, but it's a long-term bet on the fact that the index is the efficient frontier of investing. Now, when you think about cryptocurrencies, and I'm sure people ask you this question on volatility. So, let's say from November, we've seen a 40% fall. But how should one think of it in terms of building long-term value when they think of this particular asset class?
Sure. I think what people have to consider is that it is an emerging asset class, right? And like you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Similar to that, investment is about diversification as well, right? Crypto needs to be part of your portfolio. It's highly risky, but highly rewarding as well. But it has to tie in with your overall scheme of things, how you are forming your investment portfolio, right? So your risk capital could go definitely go into crypto, considering that this is high risk as well. This is an investment class in the making. And while you make sure that you are investing in, say, mutual funds, stocks, and other diversification as well, to give you the overall edge in the market that you're looking for. So when it comes to investment, definitely do your research, rely on official sources of information, and figure out what is the right portfolio size that you want to invest in this risky asset class.
Got it. And tell me, as someone who's seen this actually happen over the last 2 years, right? It's been amazing, right? The kind of flow, and you spoke about 14 million users who are transacting in this asset class. Now, what do you think drove this rush into this particular asset? I think you guys, like you pointed out, we're seeing this rush even before any kind of mass marketing was done. What exactly you believe happened in India in the last 2 years?
I think there were multiple factors. First was that since 2018, Indians were not able to invest into crypto because of the RBI ban, right? While the entire world was moving and adopting crypto, there was a subdued demand for the last two till 2018 to 2020, which was unfulfilled in India. Second was the COVID kind of pushed the digitization of a lot of things into the ecosystem, right? And that's where uh, you can see it in the stock market or in the crypto market, which kind of reflected into their adoption and increase in value. And third, crypto also offers fractional investment, right? Which made it easier for users to try it out, to learn about it, and then to double down if they feel confident in investing into crypto, right? So all those three things culminated in early or mid 2020, which kind of gave us the boost or the kind of pace of investment that you've seen in India, right? Which was trying to catch up to the global uh, adoption rate itself. And COVID, the digitization kind of pushed cryptocurrencies in the right direction in India.
Great. Thanks for sharing your clear view on that. Now, let's go to the last set of topics, Ashish. Now, see, when one looks at future policy, and let's say I'm looking at what's happening in KYC or what's happening in digital loans, it's crystal ball gazing. None of us exactly knows what's going to happen. But if I was to ask you to crystal ball gaze, right, what kind of policy framework do you expect will come around cryptocurrencies? Will that also cover NFT, or will that be independent?
Sure. So crypto is a wide phenomena, right? And fintech is just one part of the entire crypto ecosystem. So what we believe would happen in the next few years is more and more regulations would come, helping user feel protected in the space, giving space to innovators to innovate and be regulatory friendly at the same time, right? How this process is going to go, and this is just my opinion, is that it would be a phased approach. Today the need of the hour is that this is an asset class in the making, right? So maybe regulating exchanges, giving out licenses, making sure the KYC norms, PMLA norms are followed in this industry could be the first step in the right direction. And then as the different industries, be it NFTs, staking, grows in nature and boost your innovation, then we figure out what are the right set of rules and regulations that to be put in place, making sure users feel protected, right? So there are few things right now which are concerning and need to be addressed, but this industry is also maturing day by day, right? Is innovating day by day. So putting a harsh regulation today, which kind of not give a room for innovation, may not be the right strategy. So we would actually see a progressive approach, which is a phased approach in nature, regulating crypto probably as an asset class to start with, and giving enough room for other use cases to grow and probably regulate when the time is right in their journey.
Understood. Let's just quickly talk. See, given we're in the last quarter, everyone's just deciding what to do about their tax planning. Now, recently I sold an equity mutual fund. So it's over a year. I pay long-term capital gains if the gains is over 1 lakh. So I know exactly what I have to pay. Now, if I'm selling a crypto and I'm making a capital gain, how should I be thinking about it when I file taxes currently?
So based on your tax bracket, you should definitely, pay taxes on the gains, considering it as any other income. You should definitely consult your CA on how this should be classified, whether long term, short term does apply to this asset class in itself, and how you should go about categorizing it in your IT returns, right? Your CA would be a better person to answer that question. But given that for any gains, treating it as any other income and paying taxes should definitely be done while filing your taxes.
Got it. Okay, so consult your CA. That makes sense. Now, with any kind of fintech technology, obviously information security is key. Are there any tips you want to offer consumers or anything you believe is key in making sure that you maintain the information security of your cryptocurrencies?
Sure. And there are many scams which are out there, and it's not just the crypto industry. It was there when the email became popular, and then we got good at detecting spam and phishing. These repeat challenges would keep on coming when new technologies comes into play. So the most important thing to keep in mind is that personal information is called personal for a reason, right? Don't share your mobile pin, OTPs, email OTPs with anyone which is not meant to use them. Never share your sensitive information with anyone on any forum, including Twitter, Telegram, messages, and keep changing your mobile PIN at regular intervals, right? And obviously, never deposit INR into any other account or address shared by an unknown person, right? I think these are the basic, necessity that anyone can follow today to make sure that they don't fall victims to these scams.
Got it. I think that's useful advice. Now, obviously, it's a very evolving situation, but tell me, how are Indian banks responding to crypto? And the specific reason I ask this question is one thinks of the bank as the custodian of their savings account or where money starts. How have they responded to this entire phenomenon of cryptocurrencies, Ashish?
So it has been progressive, but obviously, it takes the ecosystem to catch up to the new technologies itself, right? Taking, say, Bank Bazaar, for example, on how your platform will help grow the ecosystem by making it easier for consumers to make decisions about financial products or to buy them. This is what we are going or happening in crypto as well, right? We want to help our users make informed decisions, make it accessible to Indians while working with the regulators, banks, and all the ecosystem, stakeholders together, right? So you would see progression in this ecosystem as regulations come out, as more and more people become familiar with this asset classes and try to adopt this asset class.
Got it. Makes sense. And you formed a cryptocurrency exchange. I think you play a leadership role in it. Has that helped you in working together as an industry? I believe that now you've come up with certain best practices or norms for advertising. You're engaging with regulators. Just talk through how this experience of banding together has maybe helped your industry.
So I'm the co-chair of BACC, which is the industry body, which basically help form get all the stakeholders of the industry together and try to form the case or represent our cases to various be it government, be it RBI, to various stakeholders in this ecosystem. And I think that has been a very an amazing journey to see, right? When back 1 year, we were probably like three or four crypto startups in that ecosystem and trying to form opinions and trying to educate users and regulators alike. Today, that is 40 plus member organization, and more companies are becoming part of it, getting diverse views and creating a more cohesive voice of crypto in India, and trying to put that voice out to regulators, to the parliament members, and make ensuring that people are learning about how this industry is evolving and who the players are around and what are the innovations happening in India are led in India, right? So I feel that we are on the right track. A lot has to be done in this regard, but uh, how we have seen the industry body grow in the last 1.5 year is simply amazing to see.
Great. So, Ashish, we're out of time now. So, just one last question. Now, you're talking about how CoinSwitch Kuber is expanding as a platform. So, let me just open it up to you. What are your exciting plans for 2022?
I think in 2022, we obviously are a crypto first platform, but we want to evolve beyond crypto. We today believe that a lot of investors, less than 1% of investors in India, invest beyond fixed deposits because the decision making, the kind of opportunities that they get, the information that they get is kind of broken in this space, right? What CoinSwitch wants to do is want to make money equal for everyone in India by ensuring that they get the right opportunities uh, to invest, to build a better portfolio and a better life for themselves, right? As part of that, we would be launching various asset classes, be it US stocks, Indian stocks, mutual fund onto our platform, merging it with the crypto ecosystem and trying to create or give users an ability to invest across asset classes, giving them a better portfolio and a better future for themselves.
Great. So, first, Ashish, I want to congratulate you and the CoinSwitch Kuber team. Like you said, first investment of Anderson Horowitz in India. You have investments from Tiger, Ribbit, Sequoia, and you built a platform that today, in a very short span of time, is now valued at $2 billion. And more than that, thank you for this candid, clear conversation. I know we're all going through a tough time with COVID, but you've really pushed yourself, done this expert speak show. And I think it's really special because this is a show on which people hear directly from the market makers on how they should think of their personal finance and their assets. So, really appreciate you sharing all of this and your views on the show, Ashish.
Thanks, Adil, for inviting me. It was a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Goodbye.